Let Farmington bring its mill rate into the teens. If you are looking for that, you should be voting independent, because neither of the parties are protecting your pocketbook, among other things. There are things that none of the incumbent candidates have stood up for. I'm Mark Stewart Greenstein. I'm standing up for Farmington in District 1. Hopefully there will be independents in a couple of years in all districts. I hope to engender a bunch more. But right now, I am the only independent among the 39 slots on the District 1 ballot. It's kind of a shame because both parties are disappointing. And especially here, the Republicans, who we normally trust to look out for our pocketbooks, but they haven't. I'm the candidate for putting our mill rate into the teens. Farmington has attracted many of you and has kept many of you because of a traditionally low mill rate. But last few years, it's grown higher. We're almost in the 30s now. Getting to the teens is not hard. It requires stand-up. And our Republicans, 5-2 majority right now, have shown a prevalence for not standing up, okay? The ballot measure from June shouldn't have even come in front of us if you're looking for a lowered tax rate. That still could mean a better high school. It could even be a rebuilt high school, but it shouldn't be lying to us about the costs. And that's pretty close to what the current incumbents, all 7 of them, I'm running against 3, some of the 7 of them allowed manipulative information to be sent on official stationery that, the cost would be very minimal. How could anyone object to $495 over 4 years? Well, when it's close to, not $495, but over $10,000 over 4 years per average household, and some households can't pay that, so that means there'll be many households who have to pay even more. That's not looking out for Farmington voters. So there is a solution, and you're not stuck with 2 parties. Everyone has a write-in slot. That's line D. Some of you have, for council anyway, row C. I'm the one occupant of row C. Vote that way. You have 2 votes for council. This is my vote. Notice, I'm building a little house. With D and here, row C, one petitioning candidate, independent, Mark Stewart Greenstein, available for all of District 1. If you're in District 2, tell your friends in District 1. Look, you don't have to like me, but if you like the idea of standing up to the wall that hasn't been very receptive, and possibly standing up to the state, which is imposing things, I can get to that later, you have in independent candidates the chance to express yourself and maybe even vote us in, but at least express yourself. Don't vote for any in line A or row B, if you feel fed up by the parties. Now, you might like the candidates. I vote for the person. I understand that. And there's some good people on row A and row B. But if they're not standing up, the best vote is to vote against, at least for now. I have said that if my 3 opponents, if I'm elected and would stand in 2023 for re-election, but I see Peter, Brian, and Joe, PB&J, all running as independents, I will step down. Okay, mission partly accomplished, thanks mainly to you who have the temerity to say, I'm standing up with this vote. By the way, that line row D, that could be anyone. Okay, that person's not going to get elected, but express yourself. I wrote in the names of my 2 favorite teachers. Okay, Mr. Thurber, okay, he was my Mr. T. He was a wiry white guy. And Ms. Taylor, old school Ms. Taylor, who really taught grammar, English, reading the right way. Okay, I revere them, and they're my write-in votes. Make some Farmington school teacher your write-in votes, and in the same time express a disdain, hopefully not permanent, for the way things have been going with rows A and B. I'm Mark Stewart Greenstein, row C for Farmington.